Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're marking something pretty significant.
We are indeed.
The Python Quants, TPQ, it's their 20th anniversary.
20 years. That's quite a milestone in, quantitative finance.
Absolutely. It flies by, but it's a huge amount of change in that time. So we thought it's the perfect moment to really dive into the story of the person who started it all.
Dr. Yves Hilpisch.
Exactly. The founder, the CEO, and someone who you could argue really helped steer modern quant finance towards where it is today.
Yeah, his impact has been, well, massive. Our mission here for you listening is to unpack that, how he brought Python and then AI into this world.
Right. It's about understanding how these tools became so central. Quantitative finance, using math and code for financial markets. The tools are everything.
They really are.
So if you're curious about how finance tech evolved so fast or why knowing Python and AI is basically table stakes now,
Or you just want some of those aha moments about this shift.
then yeah, this deep dive should really get you up to speed. Let's explore how one person's vision went global.
It really starts with his background, doesn't it? Solid academic foundations.
Totally. He got his PhD in mathematical finance back in 2001. Universiteit de Ceylon.
So deep theoretical knowledge right from the start.
And a diploma in business administration, too. That combination is interesting. Theory and practice.
Yeah, bridging that gap.
He was teaching early on as well, University of Miami adjunct professor, for instance.
But the real turning point, it seems, was in the early 2000s, a financial modeling project.
And that's where he bumps into Python.
Right. And you have to remember the context then.
Oh, absolutely crucial.
Yep.
Python and finance. It just wasn't a thing.
No way. What were the big players using?
You had C++, NES, MATLAB, lots of proprietary in-house languages built by the big banks, stuff designed for speed, perceived speed anyway.
And Python was seen as.
Too slow. That was the big knock against it. An interpreted language, how could it possibly keep up with compiled C++ for heavy quant calculations? Seen as a toy, maybe?
Pretty much. Or for scripting, web stuff maybe, but not for the core mission-critical financial models.
Yeah.
Definitely too slow.
So against that backdrop, what did he see? He had this academic rigor. Maybe that gave him a different lens.
I think so. His own words on this are really telling. He said something like, I like the language from the first day that I saw it.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so close to the mathematical syntax that you're used to.
Yeah.
I thought this must be a perfect match.
Wow. Seeing mathematical elegance where others just saw slow execution.
Exactly. He saw the simplicity and rich ecosystem, even when everyone else was shouting too slow.
So what was the flaw in their thinking? What did he grasp that they missed?
Well, I think he saw beyond just the raw CPU cycles. Yes, C++ was faster than for pure computation,
Right.
but it was also way more complex to write, to debug, to maintain. Development time was huge.
Ah, the human time.
Exactly. Python's simplicity meant faster development, faster iteration, faster testing of ideas. In finance, getting a model out quickly, testing it, adapting it, that's often more valuable than shaving off a few milliseconds in runtime.
That makes sense. Speed of thought, almost.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the foresight to see that hardware gets faster. That gap would close.
Which did.
Massively. And crucially, the Python ecosystem exploded. Libraries like NumPy came along.
For fast array math.
Right. And pandas for data handling.
Game changer for financial data.
Absolutely. And scikit-learn for machine learning. These weren't just general tools, they were industrial strength. And they made Python incredibly powerful for finance.
So his early bet, that conviction,
Yeah.
it really paid off.
Hugely prescient. The hardware caught up, the libraries matured, and suddenly Python wasn't just viable, it was arguably better for many quant tasks because of that speed of development and the power of the ecosystem.
Okay, so he has this vision, this conviction. How does he turn that into something real, something that actually changes the industry?
That's the next chapter, right? The entrepreneurial leap.
Founding the Python Quants, TPQ.
Yeah, back in the mid-2000s. One of the very, very first firms focused exclusively on Python for quant finance, consultancy, training.
And 20 years later, still a major force. It really speaks to how right he was from the start.
It really does. TPQ's mission right from the get-go was pretty clear.
Which was?
To help banks, hedge funds, asset managers modernize. To show them, look, you can ditch those brittle spreadsheets, you can move away from some of the super complex C++ stuff,
And use Python instead.
and use elegant, easier to understand, more flexible Python scripts for your analytics, for your modeling.
And did they just stick to that initial mission?
They expanded quite a bit. Under his leadership, TPQ branched out into financial data science, which became huge. Algorithmic trading, obviously. Even AI-driven portfolio management.
So evolving with the field?
Constantly. And they got recognition, too. By 2019, TP2 was named one of the top 10 algo trading solution providers. That's significant.
Were they just providing services or building things too?
Building, too. That's key. They developed things like the Quant platform.
What's that?
It's a cloud-based environment for analytics, for delivering content and training, and he himself was the main force behind DX Analytics.
DX Analytics?
Yeah, it's a powerful Python library, specifically for derivatives.
Yeah.
Modeling options, swaps, complex stuff.
So making sophisticated tools more accessible in Python.
Exactly. Tools that you might have previously needed very specialized, expensive software for. He built an open-source alternative.
Let's connect the dots here. This wasn't just about one company, was it? It feels like a bigger movement.
Well, absolutely. TPQ, driven by his, relentless evangelism, played a huge role in lowering the barriers for everyone to adopt open source in finance.
How? Through things like conferences.
Yes. For Python Quants, conferences and meetups were crucial. London, New York, Frankfurt, Paris. They created spaces for people to learn, share ideas, and just get comfortable with Python.
Building the community.
Building the community, demystifying the tech. And because of all this, the consulting, the training, the tools, the community building, Python just took over.
Became the standard.
The de facto standard in quant finance by the late 2010s. And yeah, a lot of people point to Hilpisch as maybe the single most important figure in making that happen.
That's a huge legacy already. But he didn't stop there, did he? There's the whole education and authorship side.
Right. He wasn't just building the tools and the business. He was actively teaching people how to use them. He's incredibly prolific as an author.
How many books?
7, I think. All pretty influential in the Python for finance space.
The big one is probably Python for Finance.
Oh, yeah. Published in 2014, updated in 2018. That became the book. If you were getting into quant finance with Python, you read that book.
The standard reference.
Pretty much. But he kept looking ahead. In 2020, he published Artificial Intelligence in Finance, a Python-based guide.
Already pushing into AI? Shows that forward thinking again.
Definitely. And his books weren't just theory. That was key.
What made them different?
They were packed with actual working Python code examples. Jupyter notebooks you could learn by doing right there in the book.
Hands-on. Practical.
Very practical.
Yeah.
Basically provided the pathway for a whole generation of quants to skill up in Python. It filled a massive gap.
And there was a message behind the books, too, wasn't there? Beyond just the code.
Yeah, a powerful one. Basically saying, look, coding skills, open source tools, these aren't optional anymore. They're as vital to finance now as an MBA or Excel skills were a generation ago.
Shifting the definition of essential skills in finance.
Exactly. He helped redefine what it means to be a quant.
And this educational drive went beyond books, right? Formal programs?
Absolutely. He launched the Certificate in Python for Finance, the CPF.
What was special about that?
It was, I believe, the first online program offering a university-accredited certificate specifically in Python for algorithmic trading and computational finance.
University accredited, that adds weight.
It does. And there's a sister program, too, the ARTIFICIAL QUANT, focusing purely on AI and finance, building on that Python foundation.
He seems to be everywhere in education. Global lecturer stuff, too.
Yeah, he's faculty for some big international programs. The CQF certificate in quantitative finance, highly respected, and EPAT, the executive program in algorithmic trading.
Reaching people worldwide.
Students from over 65 countries, apparently.
Yeah.
Really democratizing this knowledge. And his teaching style reflects the book's very hands-on, pragmatic.
Build it, don't just read about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Students build and deploy models. He has this quote, something like, coding skills are more important than ever in the age of Gen AI. He really believes it.
It sounds like he became more than just a teacher, almost a mentor figure.
I think that's fair to say. Through the boot camps, the university links, the online courses, he's helped thousands of people make that shift into data-driven finance.
And you see the results.
You do. Many of his former students are now in key quant roles at major firms, spreading that Python-first approach. It's a real ripple effect, generational impact, like you said.
Okay, so Python is established, largely thanks to his efforts. Education is thriving. What's next on his radar?
The next big wave, right? AI and automation.
He saw it coming again.
Seems so. In 2017, he founded another company, the AI Machine.
Focused purely on AI.
Specifically, AI-powered algorithmic trading, with him as CEO again.
So what problem was the AI machine designed to solve? Python was established, people were using it.
Right, but deploying sophisticated AI models for live trading, that's a whole different challenge.
How
It
so?
requires serious infrastructure, reliability, monitoring. Building that in-house is a massive undertaking. Expensive, needs specialized tech teams. It's a huge pain point, especially for smaller firms or individual traders.
Okay, I see. So the AI machine offers.
A standardized, robust platform to do just that. They handle the infrastructure, the deployment, the reliability. The idea is, as they put it, you focus on research and strategy development. The AI machine deploys robustly and reliably.
Taking the deployment headache away.
Pretty much. And they have this killer feature,
Which is?
the Go Live button.
Go live.
Yeah. A lot of platforms let you backtest your AI strategy on historical data, but the AI machine lets you take that same code and with a single click on the Go Live button, deploy it into the real market, trading live.
Wow. Okay. No rewriting or complex handoff.
Exactly. He emphasized that without any changes to the code itself. That bridge between research and live deployment is notoriously difficult in finance. It's often a huge barrier.
So collapsing that barrier was the insight.
A major insight. It makes deploying advanced AI strategies much more accessible, democratizing AI trading in a way.
Did the industry notice this?
They did. That same 2019 recognition from Capital Markets CIO Outlook mentioned both TPQ and the AI machine as top algo trading providers. They saw the synergy.
So his dual CEO roles make perfect sense then.
Completely. It shows the evolution. First, establish a foundation with open source, with Python via TPQ. Then build the next layer of intelligence AI on top of it with the AI machine.
He really sees finance entering an AI-first era.
Strongly. He talks about the sheer volume of data now, the speed. Algorithms can spot patterns humans just can't.
And is he just talking about it or doing it?
Oh, he's deep in the code himself, exploring new techniques, things like generative models.
Creating synthetic data.
Yeah, for better testing, simulating market conditions, and deep reinforcement learning.
Teaching algorithms to trade through trial and error.
Exactly. Like training an athlete, finding optimal strategies in complex environments. And true to form, he shares a lot of this work.
Open source ethos again.
Yeah, code on GitHub, videos on YouTube, keeping the whole community moving forward together.
It's interesting. For someone so deep in code and math, he seems to be a really good communicator, too.
Remarkably good. He has this knack for taking really complex ideas and making them feel, well, understandable, intuitive.
How does he do that? Analogies? Demos?
Both. Lots of vivid analogies. And he loves a live demo. That's probably why he's such a sought-after speaker.
Where does he speak?
All over. Big tech conferences like PyCon, PyData across Europe and Asia, Wall Street tech events in the U.S., across 3 continents, really.
I heard about one talk where he used a video game.
Yeah. Demonstrating reinforcement learning by having an algorithm learn to play a game. Apparently, it got big laughs, but also made the concept click for people. It shows he can connect with different audiences.
Technical depth, but also accessible. That's a rare combo.
It really is. And this ties into the community building again. It wasn't just an afterthought for him.
You mentioned the meetups earlier.
Yeah, way back in 2013. Organizing these Python for Quant finance meetups. Often pretty informal, like in pubs after work.
Grassroots stuff.
Totally. Incubators for talent, places to share problems and solutions, and those grew into the bigger conferences, the 4 Python Quants events, the open source and quant finance days.
Creating the ecosystem, not just the code.
Exactly. And his digital presence builds on that. The Python Quants YouTube channel has tons of educational content. He's done interviews on popular podcasts too, like podcast.inits, Chat with Traders.
So reaching people wherever they are.
Amplifying the message, democratizing the knowledge far beyond those who can attend a conference in London or New York.
What's he like personally? You mentioned his communication style.
People often mention his energy, his clarity,
Yeah.
but also he seems quite down to earth, can make a self-deprecating joke about coding nightmares one minute,
We've all been there.
right, and the next minute offers some really deep insight into market dynamics. I like his line about training an algorithm being like training for a cage fight.
Huh. What does that even mean?
Discipline, rigor, but also needing to be ready for anything, for surprises, adaptability. It kind of captures the quant world perfectly, doesn't it?
It does. Which, interestingly, leads to this other detail about him. Outside finance.
Ah, the martial arts and running.
Yeah. An avid martial artist and runner. It fits that cage fight analogy, maybe. That discipline.
I think there's definitely a parallel. The focus, the resilience, the pattern recognition needed in martial arts, it feels very connected to the mindset needed to push through challenges in quant finance.
Especially when you're going against the grain, like he did with Python early on. That takes resilience.
Absolutely. It's that systematic approach, the perseverance. It feels like he tackles complex problems like a training regimen. It's not just about being smart, it's about the tenacity.
That whole package. Scholar, coder, teacher, entrepreneur, athlete.
It's quite a combination.
So as we wrap up, thinking about TPQ's 20 years, his legacy feels pretty profound.
Undeniably. He fundamentally changed the toolkit of quantitative finance. Driving Python adoption was huge.
A lingua franca now.
Pretty much, and then pioneering the AI integration on top of that. It started with that conviction about an underdog language.
And grew into a global standard.
Through sheer hard work, advocacy, building the tools, teaching the people, fostering the community. And he's still pushing.
Right.
With AI, generative models, ensuring the field keeps innovating.
Never resting on laurels.
Seems that way.
So for you listening, thinking about this journey, this constant evolution in finance driven by people like Dr. Hilpisch, it raises a question, doesn't it? In this AI-first world, whatever your field, what does it mean for your path to embrace that kind of continuous learning, that adaptability?
How crucial are those coding skills, that ability to leverage new tech like AI, just to stay relevant, let alone get ahead?
Something to really think about.
Yeah.
Dr. Hilpisch's story offers a powerful example.
It certainly does.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Catch you next time.